Before we begin, save this meditation so you can return to it every day for the next 30 days. This is not meant to be something you listen to once and then leave behind. This is a 30-day practice created to help you loosen the habit of measuring your life against everyone else's. Return your attention to your own path and remember that your worth was never supposed to be decided by somebody else's body, career, money, relationship, success, beauty, popularity, pace, or timeline. For the next 30 days, you are practicing a different way of seeing yourself, not as a person who is ahead or behind, not as a person who is winning or losing, not as a person who must constantly prove that your life is impressive enough to deserve your own approval. You are practicing seeing yourself as a whole human being, living a life that cannot be accurately measured against anyone else's. Comparison can become so automatic that you may not even notice when it begins. You open your phone and suddenly your body feels wrong. You hear about someone's promotion and your own work feels smaller. You see an engagement, a wedding, a pregnancy, a new home, a vacation, a business milestone, a number in a bank account, a before and after photo, or someone celebrating a dream you have been waiting on, and something inside you quietly asks, "What is wrong with me? Why am I not there yet? Why does it seem easier for them? Am I wasting time? Did I make the wrong choices? Should I be doing more? Should I look different? Should I have more by now?" Over time, those questions can make you forget that you were never given the same beginning, the same circumstances, the same body, the same responsibilities, the same opportunities, the same losses, the same support, the same desires, or the same path. You begin comparing two lives as though they were built from identical ingredients. They were not. This practice is not about becoming a person who never notices anyone else. It is not about pretending you never feel envy, insecurity, admiration, longing, or disappointment. It is about learning to notice those feelings without turning them into a verdict about your worth. Subscribe now so this meditation remains easy to find and so you can continue your 30-day practice with the other guided meditations on this channel. Choose a time you can return each day. Maybe you listen in the morning before the world has had a chance to tell you what you can do. I should be. Maybe you listen at night when you are ready to release the comparisons you collected throughout the day. Maybe you listen before sleep when your body is becoming quieter and your mind is more willing to loosen old patterns. For the next 30 days, allow repetition to work with you. Some days you may feel deeply connected to these words. Other days your mind may wander. Some days comparison may feel quieter. Other days something may trigger it strongly. None of that means you are doing this wrong. You are teaching your attention where to return. If you miss a day, come back the next day. You do not need to punish yourself or restart your progress. This meditation is about leaving the scoreboard behind, including the scoreboard you might be tempted to create. around healing. Make sure you are somewhere safe and comfortable where you can fully relax. Do not listen while driving or doing anything that requires your full attention. Allow your body to settle into whatever position feels supportive. You can lie down or remain seated. Let your hands rest naturally. Let your legs become comfortable. Allow your eyes to close whenever you are ready. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is nowhere you need to get to right now. There is nobody you need to catch. There is no invisible finish line moving farther away from you. For this moment, you do not need to improve your appearance, increase your income, prove your productivity, fix your relationship status, explain your timeline, or become more impressive. You are allowed to simply be here. Bring your awareness to the surface beneath your body. Notice where you are being supported. Feel the weight of your head. Feel your shoulders. Feel your back, your hips, your legs, and your feet. Let the surface beneath you carry some of your weight. You may have spent a long time carrying the pressure to become enough to be chosen, enough to be admired, enough to be successful, enough to be wanted, enough to be respected, enough to finally relax. For this moment, let yourself consider a different possibility. What if enough is not a finish line? What if enough is not a number? What if enough is not something another person can possess more of than you? Bring your attention to the top of your head. Imagine a gentle warmth beginning there. It is soft, calm, and patient. Let it move across your scalp and toward your forehead. Notice whether there is tension between your eyebrows. Perhaps your mind has been calculating. How old am I? How much have I done? How much do they have? How far ahead are they? How much time have I lost? Let those calculations become quiet. Allow your forehead to smooth. Let the muscles around your eyes soften. Your eyes have taken in thousands of images, faces, bodies, homes, cars, vacations, announcements, achievements, transformations, numbers, lifestyles, highlight reels. Your eyes, I have seen fragments of other people's lives, and your mind may have tried to build complete stories from them. For now, your eyes can rest. You do not need to look outward to determine how you should feel inward. Let your cheeks become heavy. Release your jaw. Allow a small space between your upper and lower teeth. Let your tongue rest gently. Your jaw may have held the pressure of things you never said. I should be farther. I should look better. I should have known sooner. I should have done more. Maybe you have smiled while feeling behind. Maybe you have congratulated someone while privately wondering when your turn would come. You do not need to judge yourself for that. You can be happy for someone and still feel your own longing. You can admire someone and still need to return to yourself. Let your jaw soften. Bring your attention to your neck and shoulders. Let your shoulders move away from your ears. Imagine the weight of every expectation you have borrowed from somebody else resting on your shoulders. The age you thought you should be married, the amount you thought you should earn, the size you thought your body should be, the home you thought you should own, the title you thought you should have, the confidence you thought you should feel, the life you thought would prove you had finally made it. Notice how heavy borrowed expectations can become. You do not have to decide what to keep yet. Just let your shoulders loosen. Feel the relaxation moving down your arms, through your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, and into your hands. Let your palms soften. Release each finger. Your hands do not need to grasp for someone else's life. Your hands do not need to build a life that photographs well, but feels wrong to live inside. Your hands can create what belongs to you. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring your awareness to your chest. Notice the rise and fall created by your breathing. Let the muscles around your ribs soften. Bring your attention to your heart area. Maybe comparison has made your heart feel small. Maybe someone else's good news has sometimes felt like evidence that there is less available for you. Maybe you have interpreted another person's beauty as proof that you are less beautiful, another person's success as proof that you are failing, another person's relationship as proof that you are unlovable, another person's wealth as proof that you are behind. Your heart does not need to turn life into a competition in order to protect you. There's room for another person's life and your life to both matter. Bring your awareness to your stomach. Let it soften. Notice whether comparison lives here as a knot, a drop, a tightness, a sinking feeling. Let your abdomen expand naturally. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel relaxation moving through your lower back. Let your hips become heavy. Let the muscles in. Your thighs release. Let your knees soften. Feel the relaxation moving through your calves, your ankles, your heels, the soles of your feet, and each toe. Let your entire body become a little heavier. For these next moments, there is no race. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now imagine that you are standing at the entrance of an enormous garden just after sunrise. The air is cool and clean. The sky is pale gold near the horizon. Dew rests on leaves and catches the early light. A narrow stone path begins beneath your feet and and curves into the garden until it acts, disappears behind trees and flowers. There is no gatekeeper, no ticket, no ranking board, only a small wooden sign beside the path. It says, "Welcome to the garden of your life. Let yourself look around." Near the entrance are flowers in full bloom. Their petals are open and bright. Some are tall, enough to catch the first sunlight. Others spread wide across the ground. Bees move lazily from flower to flower. Farther away, you see trees heavy with fruit. Their branches bend under the weight of what they have grown. And then you notice other places, bare soil, tiny green shoots barely visible above the earth, plants with tightly closed buds, trees with no fruit at all, a patch that appears almost empty, vines still searching for something to climb, leaves that have recently fallen, a tree that looks as though it has survived a storm. Everywhere you look, something is in a different stage. A gardener approaches along the path. Their clothes are simple, their hands marked with soil. Their presence feels calm. They do not seem impressed by the largest flowers or disappointed by the smallest shoots. They stand beside you and say, "Nothing in this garden is late." Let those words settle. Nothing in this garden is late. You look toward a field of flowers and notice that some have already opened while others remain closed. The gardener says, "If the unopened bud spent every morning staring at the flower beside it, it might mistake becoming for failing." Pause. If the unopened bud spent every morning staring at the flower beside it, it might mistake becoming for failing. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Begin walking with the gardener. The path leads you toward the first section of the garden. A small sign reads, "The Garden of Appearance." You enter. There are flowers of every imaginable shape. Some are delicate, some are bold, some grow upward, some spill over stone walls, some have enormous petals, some have tiny flowers clustered together. Some are symmetrical, some bend strangely toward the light, some carry scars where leaves were damaged. Some have grown around rocks, some are young, some are old. At first, your mind may begin ranking them. This one is more beautiful. That one is more impressive. This one would photograph better. The gardener asks you to move closer. You kneel beside a flower you almost overlooked. Its petals are small, but inside them is an intricate pattern you could not see from the path. You move toward another. Its stem is bent, but the bend allowed it to grow around a stone and reach the sunlight. Another flower has lost several petals, yet bees continue visiting it. Another has not bloomed at all. It is gathering energy beneath the surface. The gardener says, "Beauty becomes cruel when you turn it into a ladder." Let those words settle. Beauty becomes cruel when you turn it into a ladder. Perhaps you have looked at another person's body and immediately left your own. Perhaps you have seen someone younger and felt time closing around you. Perhaps you have seen someone thinner, stronger, curvier, taller, smoother, more fashionable, more conventionally, attractive, or more confident, and your mind turned their appearance into evidence against yours. Notice what happens inside you when you compare bodies. Maybe your attention leaves sensation and moves into judgment. Instead of asking, "How does my body feel?" you ask, "How does my body rank?" Instead of asking, "What does my body need?" you ask, "How does my body look next to theirs?" Instead of living inside your body, you begin watching it from the outside. Place one hand over your heart or stomach if that feels comfortable. Silently say, "My body is not an entry in a competition." Again, my body is not an entry in a competition. Your body is the place from which you experience your life. It carries you into rooms. It lets you feel warm water, cool air, music, laughter, rest, touch, movement, hunger, satisfaction, excitement, calm. It does not need to resemble another body to deserve care. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine looking at your reflection in a small pond in the garden. Do not search for flaws. Look into your own eyes. Notice the person who has been living behind the face you judge. The person who has had difficult mornings. The person who has kept going through seasons nobody could see. The person who has experienced disappointment, hope, embarrassment, love, rejection, courage, uncertainty, and change. Silently say, "I return to the experience of being me." Again, I return to the experience of being me. The reflection softens as a breeze moves across the pond. You stand and continue along the path. The next sign reads, "The Garden of Achievement." Here, the landscape changes. You see enormous trees with plaques beneath them. One says promotion, another says business, another says degree, another says home, another says followers, another says recognition, another says income, another says dream accomplished. Some trees are towering, some are saplings. Some areas contain only seeds beneath the soil. You notice a measuring stick leaning against one tree. The gardener hands it to you. You begin walking toward your own tree. Perhaps you instinctively look around first. How tall is theirs? How much fruit is on that one? How quickly did that tree grow? The gardener gently takes the measuring stick from your hands. They say, "A ruler can measure height. It cannot measure meaning." Pause. A ruler can measure height. It cannot measure meaning. You look at one enormous tree. From a distance, it appears perfect. Up close, you notice dry branches. Another smaller tree is healthy, deeply rooted, and filled with birds. The gardener says, "What is visible is not the whole life of the tree." You think about the lives you have compared yourself to. You may know their announcement without knowing their anxiety, their income without knowing their debt, their relationship status without knowing the relationship, their body without knowing their relationship with that body, their business revenue without knowing their expenses, their audience without knowing their loneliness, their house without knowing whether it feels like home, their speed without knowing what they sacrificed to move that quickly, their success without knowing whether they even wanted the life that came with it. Comparison often asks you to compare your entire inner life with somebody else's visible evidence. That is not a fair measurement. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk toward your own tree. Notice its height without judgment. Notice its roots. Some roots represent things you have learned. Some represent risks you survived. Some represent skills nobody applauded while you were learning them. Some represent the times you started again. Some represent boundaries you finally learned to keep. Some represent quiet decisions that changed your life but never became an announcement. Some represent days when simply continuing was an achievement. Place your hand against the trunk. Feel its texture. The gardener says, do not only count the fruit, remember the roots. Again, do not only count the fruit, remember the roots. Ask yourself, what have I built inside myself that cannot be displayed? Patience, discernment, courage, self-respect, experience, resilience, creativity, a stronger voice, a softer heart, better boundaries, the ability to begin again, the wisdom to leave, the courage to stay when staying was right, the humility to learn, the willingness to change. Let your own answers rise. These things count. Silently repeat, my progress includes what no one else can see. Again, my progress includes what no one else can see. Now, the gardener leads you toward a row of trees planted at different times. One is 10 years old. One is 5. One is 2. One was planted this morning. The gardener asks, would you shame the new tree for not having the trunk of the oldest tree? Of course not. Would you dig up the seed every afternoon to see whether it is working? Of course not. Would you call winter a failure because the branches are bare? No. Then why have you demanded from yourself what you would never demand from the garden? Let that question stay with you. Why have you demanded from yourself what you would never demand from the garden? Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue walking. You enter the garden of money. Here, plants grow in pots of different sizes. Some sit in rich soil. Some are planted in difficult ground. Some receive water from nearby streams. Others depend on rain. Some began in protected greenhouses. Others grew through cracks in stone. You notice how quickly your mind wants to compare the size of what each plant has produced. The gardener says, before you compare harvests, look at the soil, the weather, the water, the years, and what each plant had to survive. Perhaps you have compared your income to someone else's without considering that your lives began differently. Perhaps they had support you did not have. Perhaps you had responsibilities they did not carry. Perhaps you changed careers. Perhaps you cared for someone. Perhaps you survived a season that consumed resources. Perhaps you made mistakes and had to rebuild. Perhaps they made choices you would not want to make. Perhaps you are seeing their chapter 12 while judging your chapter 3. This does not mean you cannot want more. You are allowed to desire abundance. You are allowed to set financial goals. You are allowed to learn, build, negotiate, earn, save, invest, create, and grow. But your financial goals do not need to become a weapon you use against yourself. Silently say, I can desire more without treating what I have as proof that I am less. Again, I can desire more without treating what I have as proof that I am less. The gardener hands you a small watering can. On the side are the words, what can I nourish today? Not why is their garden bigger? Not why did they get there first? What can I nourish today? Maybe it is one skill, one application, one conversation, one invoice, one budget, one idea, one boundary, 1 hour of focused work, one decision not to spend from insecurity, one decision to ask for what your work is worth, one small action. Pour the water onto the soil around your own plant. Watch it disappear into the earth. You may not see immediate growth. That does not mean nothing happened. Silently repeat, I return my energy to what I can nourish. Again, I return my energy to what I can nourish. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. The path continues into the garden of relationships. You see plants growing in pairs. Some vines twist around trellises together. Some trees stand alone. Some beds are filled with families of flowers. Some plants are being transplanted. Some are recovering from broken branches. Some are blooming beside companions. Some are in a branch. Season of solitude. You may feel a familiar ache here. Perhaps you have compared your relationship status to someone else's. Perhaps you have wondered why they were chosen and you were not. Why their relationship lasted. Why they found someone sooner. Why their family looks the way you hoped yours would look. Why their friendships seem effortless. Why they have people around them when you sometimes feel alone. The gardener walks toward 2 rose bushes. One is covered in flowers. The other has recently been pruned and looks almost empty. They say, if you only visited today, you might think one life was blessed and the other was failing. But the pruned rose is not failing. It is preparing. The blooming rose will not bloom forever. It too will have a season of rest. Every relationship has seasons you cannot see from a photograph. Silently say, another person's relationship is not evidence about my lovability. Again, another person's relationship is not evidence about my lovability. If you are single, your life is not a waiting room. If you are partnered, your relationship does not need to resemble anyone else's to be meaningful. If you are grieving a relationship, your healing does not need to match another person's pace. If you want love, you are allowed to want it without turning the absence of it into an accusation against yourself. If you have love, you are allowed to nurture it without comparing its appearance to somebody else's. Walk toward a small bench surrounded by lavender. Sit. The gardener asks, what kind of relationships feel good to live inside, not just good to be seen? Having, let your answer form: safe, mutual, playful, respectful, honest, warm, passionate, peaceful, supportive, free, consistent, deep. Your values matter more than the image. Imagine placing those values into the soil as seeds. You are not asking life to copy somebody else's garden. You are becoming clearer about what belongs in yours. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. You stand again and follow the path into the garden of time. This part of the garden is enormous. There are plants blooming in spring, trees turning gold in autumn, bare winter branches, fresh summer fruit, and somehow all 4 seasons exist beside one another. You look around in wonder. The gardener smiles and says, "The garden does not use one season to shame another." Pause. The garden does not use one season to shame another. You may have created deadlines for your life. By this age, I should have. By now, I should be. I thought I would already. Maybe those sentences have followed you for years. Maybe you imagined a certain age would come with a certain income, body, career, marriage, home, family, confidence, healing, or certainty. And when the age arrived without the picture, you felt as though you had missed something. Walk toward a tree with a small metal tag around its trunk. It says, "Blooms late." The tree is magnificent. Its branches are still mostly green, but you can see hundreds of buds preparing to open. The gardener says, "Late according to whom?" Let that question move through you. Late according to whom? There are people who begin again at 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. There are people who find love after believing the season had passed. People who discover their work after years in the wrong field. People who rebuild financially. People who become stronger after long periods of feeling lost. People who create families in forms they never predicted. People who learn peace after decades of chaos. People who finally meet themselves after spending years performing. Your life is not disqualified because it did not obey an old schedule. Silently repeat, "My life is allowed to unfold differently than I expected." Again, "My life is allowed to unfold differently than I expected." Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now imagine the gardener leading you to a greenhouse. Inside are hundreds of clocks hanging from the walls. Each clock shows a different time. Some move quickly, some slowly, some have stopped. At the center of the greenhouse is an empty hook. The gardener hands you a clock. On its face are all the deadlines you have placed on yourself. Read them if they appear. Maybe one says, "Married by," "Successful by," "Homeowner by," "A certain weight by," "Debt-free by," "Parent by," "Millionaire by," "Healed by," "Confident by," "Known by," "Finished by." The gardener asks, "Who taught you this clock?" Maybe it came from your family, your culture, your friends, social media, a younger version of you, a promise you made when you did not yet understand how life would unfold. You are allowed to revise a deadline that has become a punishment. Imagine removing the hands from the clock. The face becomes blank. Then new words appear. My pace, my values, my life. Hold the clock against your heart. Silently say, I release the deadline. I keep the desire. Again, I release the deadline. I keep the desire. You can still want what you want. You can still move toward it, but you no longer need to hate today because tomorrow has not arrived. The greenhouse doors open. Warm air moves around you. You step outside. Ahead is a part of the garden that looks strangely familiar. You recognize it. It resembles the world you move through every day. There are glowing screens hanging from branches. On each screen is a different person's life. A vacation, a body transformation, a wedding, a new house, a business milestone, a luxury purchase, a family photo, a promotion, a viral post, a smiling couple, a perfect morning routine, a beautiful meal, an achievement, a celebration. As you walk between the screens, notice what happens inside you. Maybe one image pulls your attention. Maybe your stomach tightens. Maybe a thought appears. I should be doing that. I should look like that. I should have that. Why don't I have that? The gardener does not remove the screens. Instead, they hand you a lantern. Inside the lantern is a warm, steady light. The word attention is written across the glass. The gardener says, comparison survives on attention. You do not have to destroy what triggers. You can learn where to place your light. Look at one screen that tends to activate comparison. Notice it. Then lower the lantern toward the path beneath your own feet. See the next stone, only the next stone. Silently say, their life is information. It is not instruction. Again, their life is information. It is not instruction. Look at another screen. Maybe this person has something you genuinely want. Instead of asking, why them and not me, ask, what is this showing me about what I value? Perhaps their freedom reminds you that you value freedom. Their creativity reminds you that you want to create. Their relationship reminds you that you desire partnership. Their health reminds you that you want to care for your body. Their business reminds you that you want to build. Their courage reminds you that you want to take a risk. Comparison can become curiosity. Envy can sometimes contain information. You do not need to shame yourself for feeling it. Ask, what is this feeling pointing toward? Then bring the answer back to your own soil. Silently repeat, I can let inspiration guide me without letting comparison diminish me. Again, I can let inspiration guide me without letting comparison diminish me. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now imagine one of the screens becoming a mirror. In the mirror, you see yourself standing in the garden, but around your reflection are numbers: age, weight, income, followers, relationship, status, job title, savings, productivity, achievements. The numbers float around you as though they are trying to explain who you are. The gardener walks toward the mirror and wipes the numbers away one by one. Age disappears, weight disappears, income disappears, followers disappear, relationship status disappears, job title disappears. The scoreboard becomes empty. You are still there. Notice that. You are still there. Without the numbers, you did not disappear. Without the ranking, you still exist. Without being better than someone, you still matter. Without being ahead, you still have value. Silently say, "My worth survives the removal of the scoreboard." Again, my worth survives the removal of the scoreboard. The mirror becomes clear. Look at yourself. Ask, if nobody could see my life for 1 year, what would I still want? Let the question settle. If there were no likes, no applause, no one to impress, no one to make jealous, no one to prove wrong, no one to catch up to, what would you still want? How would you want your mornings to feel? What work would matter? What relationships would you nurture? How would you care for your body? What would you learn? Where would you place your time? What would enough begin to mean? Let your answers come without forcing them. These answers are seeds. The gardener hands you a small cloth pouch. Inside are 5 seeds. The first seed is labeled enough. Hold it between your fingers. You ask the gardener, "What does this grow into?" They answer, "A life you do not have to earn permission to inhabit." Place the seed into your pocket. The second seed is labeled values. This grows into choices that make sense from the inside, even when they do not impress everyone watching. Place it into your pocket. The third seed is labeled attention. This grows wherever you water it. Place it into your pocket. The fourth seed is labeled patience. This grows roots during seasons when you think nothing is happening. Place it into your pocket. The fifth seed is labeled self-trust. This grows each time you stop abandoning your own knowing to follow someone else's path. Place it into your pocket. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. The gardener leads you deeper into the garden until you reach a large open field. At the center is a single empty plot of soil. A wooden sign stands beside it. Your name is written on the sign. This is your garden. Look around. There are no other plots close enough to compare. For the first time, you cannot see anyone else's progress, only your own soil. At first, this may feel strange. If you are used to comparison, you may have relied on other people to tell you what to want. Without them, you have to listen. The gardener kneels beside the soil. They ask, "What do you want your life to feel like?" Not what should it look like. What do you want it to feel like? Maybe peaceful, alive, secure, creative, spacious, connected, adventurous, stable, meaningful, free, loved, healthy, playful, purposeful, rested. Choose a few words. Imagine writing them on small wooden markers and pressing them into the soil. These are your values. Now ask, what deserves to grow here during this season? Not forever. This season may be your health, your business, your healing, your finances, your friendships, your creativity, your confidence, your home, your education, your spiritual life, your rest, your relationship with yourself. Choose what feels true. You do not need to plant everything at once. A garden overcrowded with seeds does not become more successful. It becomes harder to tend. The gardener gives you permission to choose. Silently say, I do not need to pursue every life I see. Again, I do not need to pursue every life I see. That sentence may feel like relief. You do not need their career and your career, their body and your body, their city and your city, their relationship and your relationship, their lifestyle and your lifestyle, their goals and your goals. You are allowed to admire something without adopting it. You are allowed to see a beautiful life and still choose your own. Take one of your seeds and press it into the soil. Cover it gently. Take another, plant it. Another, plant it. Notice the quiet. No applause, no announcement, no visible result, only a decision. Many of the most important moments in your life will look like this: a seed entering soil, a choice nobody sees, a boundary kept privately, a habit repeated quietly, an application submitted, a conversation begun, a dollar saved, a walk taken, a page written, a night of rest, a decision to try again. You do not need visible proof every day to be growing. Silently repeat, I trust what I am planting before I can see the result. Again, I trust what I am planting before I can see the result. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. The sky above your garden begins to change. Clouds gather. A gentle rain starts. You stand beneath it. The gardener does not rush to cover the soil. They say, growth needs more than sunshine. Let that settle. Growth needs more than sunshine. Some seasons of your life may have felt like rain. Disappointment, loss, rejection, confusion, delay, failure, loneliness, starting over. You may have looked at someone else's sunny season while standing in your rain and decided you were doing life wrong. But rain is not evidence that the garden has been abandoned. Some of your deepest roots may have grown during the seasons nobody would have chosen. Think of one difficult season you survived. Do not force yourself into the most painful memory. Choose something you can hold gently. See the rain from that season. Now look beneath the soil. Imagine roots growing because of what you learned. Maybe you learned what you will no longer tolerate. Maybe you learned how strong you can be. Maybe you learned to ask for help. Maybe you learned that a closed door can redirect a life. Maybe you learned to listen to your body. Maybe you learned to stop confusing attention with love. Maybe you learned to build for yourself. Maybe you learned that starting over does not erase what you know. Silently say, I will not compare my rainy season to someone else's harvest. Again, I will not compare my rainy season to someone else's harvest. The rain begins to slow. Sunlight returns. Tiny droplets sparkle across the soil. You look down and notice the first green shoot breaking through. It is small, almost easy to miss. The gardener smiles. This is what progress often looks like before it becomes impressive. Small, quiet, tender, easy to overlook. Move closer. Protect it with your hands without touching it. Think about the small signs of progress in your own life that you have dismissed because they were not dramatic enough. Maybe you recover from a bad day faster. Maybe you say no sooner. Maybe you no longer chase someone who withdraws. Maybe you save a little more. Maybe you speak to yourself more gently. Maybe you recognize comparison while it is happening. Maybe you have become more honest. Maybe you are trying again. Maybe you are resting without as much guilt. Maybe you have stopped explaining yourself to everyone. Maybe you are learning. Maybe you are still here. These count. Silently repeat, I notice the growth I used to overlook. Again, I notice the growth I used to overlook. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Time begins to move differently in the garden. You watch the sun travel across the sky. Night arrives. Morning returns. Rain falls. Sunlight returns. Leaves grow. Leaves fall. The little shoot becomes a plant. Not instantly, naturally. The gardener stands beside you through the changing seasons. You begin to understand that your job was never to pull the plant upward. Your job was to tend it. Water, light, soil, protection, patience. Your life asks the same of you. You cannot force every outcome. You can tend your conditions. You can choose what you consume. You can choose where you place your attention. You can choose what habits receive water. You can choose which voices are allowed into your garden. You can choose when to rest. You can choose what needs pruning. You can choose what deserves another season. The gardener hands you pruning shears. You walk toward a section of your garden tangled with vines. Each vine carries a phrase. I should be farther by now. Cut it gently. Everyone else is doing better than me. Cut it. I would feel worthy if I looked like them. Cut it. Their success means there is less for me. Cut it. I missed my chance. Cut it. I need to prove myself. Cut it. If I slow down, everyone will pass me. Cut it. If they do not admire my life, maybe it is not enough. Cut it. I should want what everyone else wants. Cut it. I am running out of time. Cut it. Each vine falls to the soil. You are not destroying ambition. You are removing what has been choking it. Healthy ambition says, I want to grow. Comparison says, I must grow faster than them, or my growth does not count. Healthy desire says, I want more. Shame says, what I have makes me less. Healthy inspiration says, that shows me what may be possible. Comparison says, their possibility is proof of my failure. Feel the difference. Silently repeat, I can grow without racing. Again, I can grow without racing. I can want more without hating where I am. Again, I can want more without hating where I am. I can admire someone without abandoning myself. Again, I can admire someone without abandoning myself. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. The gardener now leads you toward an old stone wall at the edge of your plot. Names are written across it. Some may be people you know. Some may represent strangers online. Some may represent family members whose opinions have lived inside your mind for years. Some may represent an imagined audience. Beside each name is a small window through which you have been viewing yourself. Through one window, you see yourself as not successful enough. Through another, not attractive enough. Through another, not disciplined enough. Through another, not wealthy enough. Through another, not settled enough. Through another, not impressive enough. The gardener says, you have been trying to see yourself through too many windows. One by one, imagine closing them. You do not need to know what everyone thinks. Close the first. You do not need to predict who is judging you. Close another. You do not need to live in a way that makes sense to people who do not have to live your life. Close another. You do not need to win an invisible competition nobody agreed to enter. Close another. As the final window closes, the wall becomes quiet. Then a door appears. You open it. On the other side is a mirror, but this mirror is different. Across the top are the words, what do I think? Stand before it. Ask yourself, what do I respect about the way I am living? What needs attention? What am I proud of? What am I pretending not to know? What do I want to change because it matters to me? Not because I want to outrank someone. What is already good? Let yourself answer honestly. Self-acceptance does not require self-deception. Feeling enough does not mean deciding there is nothing you want to improve. It means improvement is no longer the entrance fee for self-respect. Silently say, I can accept myself and still evolve. Again, I can accept myself and still evolve. I can be proud and still be hungry for growth. Again, I can be proud and still be hungry for growth. I can tell the truth about what needs to change without turning that truth into shame. Again, I can tell the truth about what needs to change without turning that truth into shame. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. The garden begins glowing with late afternoon light. The gardener invites you to walk one final path. Along this path are earlier versions of you, a younger you, a version who felt behind, a version who watched someone else get what they wanted, a version who looked in the mirror and felt not enough, a version who wondered whether everyone else had figured out something they had missed, a version who pushed too hard because slowing down felt dangerous, a version who changed themselves to be chosen, a version who achieved something and barely enjoyed it because they were already looking at the next person ahead. Choose one version of you to approach. Sit beside them in the grass. Notice their face. Notice how tired they may be from trying to earn worth through comparison. Tell them, you do not have to beat anyone to belong here. Pause. You do not have to beat anyone to belong here. Tell them, someone else's beauty does not erase yours. Pause. Someone else's success does not cancel your possibility. Pause. Someone else's love does not prove you are unlovable. Pause. Someone else's timeline is not a deadline for your life. Pause. You are not a failed version of somebody else. Pause. You are becoming yourself. Let this earlier version of you hear that. Maybe they cry. Maybe they soften. Maybe they do not fully believe you yet. You do not need to force them. Take their hand. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell them, we are going to stop using other people's lives to hurt ourselves. Again, we are going to stop using other people's lives to hurt ourselves. We can learn from people. We can admire people. We can celebrate people. We can be inspired. We can feel envy and listen to what it is trying to show us. But we are coming home to our own garden. Imagine this earlier version of you standing. Together, you walk back toward your plot. As you approach, something has changed. Your garden is fuller now. Not perfect, alive. Some plants are blooming. Some are still small. Some areas are bare because you have not decided what belongs there yet. One tree has a broken branch, healing. Another is heavy with fruit. A few seeds have not surfaced. Nothing looks exactly the same, and somehow it all belongs. The gardener says, this is what a real life looks like. Not constant bloom, not constant harvest, not constant certainty. Seasons, rest, growth, loss, renewal, pruning, waiting, fruit, seeds, weather, change. You look across your garden and realize you would not trade all of it for one perfect flower in somebody else's field, because this garden contains your memories, your choices, your lessons, your people, your laughter, your private victories, your becoming. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, imagine yourself 30 days from today, standing in this same garden. Notice your posture, your face, your breathing. You are not magically immune to comparison. You still live in a world where other people's lives are visible, but something is different. You catch the comparison sooner. You see someone's success and notice the old thought beginning. Then you remember your garden. You see someone's body and feel the reflex to judge yours. Then you return to sensation, care, and respect. You see someone's relationship and feel the ache. Then you remember that their love is not evidence against yours. You see someone reach a milestone earlier than you. Then you remember that plants do not share one season. You hear a number that once would have made you feel small. Then you ask, what do I want to nourish today? See this day, 3-0 version of you moving through an ordinary day. They open their phone. A trigger appears. They pause. They breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. They breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. They silently say, their garden is not my assignment. Again, their garden is not my assignment. They return to their own life. See them looking in a mirror. Instead of scanning immediately for what is wrong, they meet their own eyes. They say, I live here. I will treat this body like home. See them working. Instead of asking whether they are ahead of everyone, they ask, did I tend what matters today? See them thinking about money. Instead of turning someone else's income into humiliation, they ask, what is my next responsible step? See them thinking about love. Instead of asking why someone else was chosen first, they ask, what kind of love am I building? The capacity to recognize, receive, and return. See them thinking about time. Instead of saying, I am late, they say, I am here. Your day, 30 self, walks toward you. They place a small seed in your hand. On it is one word, enough. They say, you kept looking for this at the finish line, but it was never waiting there. You were allowed to carry it with you the entire time. Let those words settle. You were allowed to carry enough with you the entire time. Enough does not mean finished. Enough does not mean perfect. Enough does not mean you stop dreaming. Enough means you do not postpone your humanity until you achieve the dream. Enough means you can respect yourself while you build. Love yourself while you change. Rest while you pursue. Celebrate while you continue. Be grateful without becoming complacent. Be ambitious without becoming cruel to yourself. Take the seed labeled enough and place it over your heart. Imagine it dissolving into warm light. The light moves through your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your stomach, your hips, your legs, your feet. It moves upward through your neck, your face, and the top of your head. Your entire body is held inside this understanding. I do not have to become someone else to become more fully myself. Again, I do not have to become someone else to become more fully myself. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now allow these words to move slowly through your awareness. I release the habit of using another person's life as evidence against mine. I release the belief that someone must lose for me to win. I release the belief that another person's beauty makes me less beautiful. I release the belief that another person's success makes me unsuccessful. I release the belief that another person's relationship determines my lovability. I release the belief that another person's income determines my worth. I release the belief that another person's timeline is a deadline for me. I am not behind in a race that was never mine. I am not late to my own life. I am allowed to grow at a pace that supports the life I actually want. I am allowed to change direction. I am allowed to begin again. I am allowed to rest. I am allowed to take longer. I am allowed to arrive differently than I imagined. I am allowed to want more without hating what I have. I am allowed to improve my body without hating my body. I am allowed to build wealth without treating my current bank balance as a measurement of my humanity. I am allowed to desire love without treating singleness as failure. I am allowed to celebrate someone else without making their celebration about my lack. I am allowed to feel envy without becoming ashamed of myself. I can ask what envy is showing me. I can turn comparison into information. I can turn information into intention. I can turn intention into one small action. I return my attention to my own soil. I return my attention to my own values. I return my attention to my own choices. I return my attention to what I can nourish today. I do not need to pursue every life I admire. I do not need to copy every person who inspires me. I do not need to make my life understandable to everyone watching. I do not need to make my life impressive from the outside if it feels empty on the inside. I choose a life that feels true to live. I choose relationships that feel safe to live inside. I choose work that supports what matters to me. I choose goals that belong to me. I choose a pace I can live with. I choose to notice my roots. I choose to notice quiet progress. I choose to notice the growth that has not yet become visible. I trust seeds before they become flowers. I trust roots before they become fruit. I trust seasons that look empty. I trust that rest can be part of growth. I trust that pruning can be part of growth. I trust that starting over can be part of growth. I trust that changing my mind can be part of growth. I trust that my path can look different and still be meaningful. I do not need to be the most beautiful person in the room to feel at home in my body. I do not need to be the richest person in the room to respect what I am building. I do not need to be the most accomplished person in the room to know that my work matters. I do not need to be the most loved person in the room to know that I am worthy of love. I do not need to be ahead. I need to be present. I do not need to outrun anyone. I need to keep returning to myself. Another person's harvest does not mean my soil is empty. Another person's spring does not mean my winter is wrong. Another person's speed does not mean my pace is failure. Another person's path does not contain instructions for my life. Their garden is not my assignment. My garden deserves my attention. My body deserves my care. My work deserves my focus. My relationships deserve my presence. My dreams deserve patience. My life deserves to be experienced, not constantly evaluated. I am more than a number. I am more than an age. I am more than a weight. I am more than an income. I am more than a title. I am more than a relationship status. I am more than a follower count. I am more than what I own. I am more than what I have achieved. I am more than how quickly I achieved it. I am a living person, not a scoreboard. I can be proud of myself before everything is finished. I can feel good enough while I am still becoming. I can love today while building tomorrow. I can celebrate how far I have come without pretending I have no farther to go. I can hold ambition in one hand and self-respect in the other. I can grow without racing. I can change without rejecting who I am today. I can want more without calling myself less. I am enough to begin. I am enough to learn. I am enough to be seen. I am enough to rest. I am enough to receive love. I am enough to take up space. I am enough to make mistakes and repair them. I am enough to change direction. I am enough to live before I have everything figured out. I am enough today. Let those words settle. You do not need to believe every sentence perfectly. You are planting. Some words may feel natural. Some may meet resistance. That is okay. A seed does not become a flower the moment it touches soil. You return, you water, you give it light, you return again. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine the sun beginning to set over your garden. The sky turns warm gold, then soft pink, then deep blue. Small lights begin glowing along the path. The gardener stands beside you one last time. They hand you a small watering can. This one is different from the first. Across its side are the words, "My attention." The gardener says, "Every day you will water something. You will water comparison, or you will water your own life. You will water the thought that you are behind, or you will water the next step. You will water somebody else's image, or you will water your own values. You will water shame, or you will water care. You will water the scoreboard, or you will water the garden. You do not have to control every thought that appears. You only need to become more conscious of what you continue feeding. Look at your garden. Ask yourself, what will I water tomorrow? Let one answer rise. Maybe your health, your confidence, your work, your peace, your finances, your creativity, your relationship, your healing, your home, your rest, your courage, your joy. Whatever appears, imagine pouring a small amount of water into that part of your garden. Not too much, just enough for tomorrow. You do not need to fix your entire life in one day. You only need to tend it. Silently repeat, tomorrow I return to my garden. Again, tomorrow I return to my garden. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now begin bringing your awareness back toward your physical body. Feel the surface beneath you. Notice the weight of your head. Notice your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your back, your hips, your legs, your feet. Let your breathing return to its natural rhythm. You do not need to rush. Before you open your eyes, remember what you practiced today. You practiced seeing another person's life without leaving your own. You practiced separating inspiration from self-rejection. You practiced remembering that bodies are not rankings, that careers are not rankings, that money is not a measurement of human worth, that relationship status is not proof of lovability, that age is not a verdict, that timelines are not universal. You practiced returning attention to your own soil. Over the next 30 days, look for the quiet moments when this practice begins following you into your life. The moment you scroll past something that once would have ruined your mood and instead think, good for them, now back to me. The moment you catch yourself saying, I am behind, and replace it with, I am on my path. The moment you look at your body and ask what it needs, instead of how it ranks. The moment you hear about someone else's success and let it expand your sense of possibility, instead of shrinking your sense of worth. The moment you realize you have spent an entire afternoon living your life without checking how it compares. Those moments matter. Transformation may not arrive as one dramatic day when comparison disappears forever. It may arrive as shorter spirals, kinder thoughts, faster returns, clearer values, less checking, less ranking, more presence, more action, more appreciation, more room to breathe. Take one final slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Begin moving your fingers gently. Move your toes. If it feels comfortable, roll your shoulders or adjust your position. Let your body return at its own pace. Save this meditation and return tomorrow for day 2. Keep returning for the full 30 days, especially on the days when comparison feels loud. Those may be the days when returning matters most. And subscribe so you can continue this practice and find more guided meditations created to help you build a kinder, safer, more peaceful relationship with yourself, your mind, your body, and your mind. Life. Before you open your eyes, picture your garden one final time. See the plants that are blooming. See the ones still growing. See the bare places waiting for new seeds. See the tree recovering from the storm. See the buds that have not opened yet. See the roots working quietly beneath the soil. Nothing here needs to become something else tonight. Nothing here needs to race the garden next door. Your only responsibility is to return, to notice, to nourish, to prune what no longer belongs, to trust what is growing. Silently say, "My life is not late." Again, "My life is not late. My life is not a competition." Again, "My life is not a competition. I am allowed to grow in my own season." Again, "I am allowed to grow in my own season. I am enough while I am becoming." Again, "I am enough while I am becoming." Whenever you are ready, gently open your eyes. Carry your attention back into your own life. There will always be another garden you could stare at. Today, choose yours. Your life is here. Your soil is here. Your next step is here. And you are here. That is enough for today. See you tomorrow.